Welcome to Sook News Television. We're reaching you live from our studios in Lagos. I am Olumide Shokoya. The federal government says it will generate over 2 million jobs nationwide through a renewed hope social housing program aimed at easing Nigeria's housing deficit and stimulating inclusive economic growth. Minister of Housing and Urban Development Aliko Dangote announced the plan during a session with the House Committee on Housing, stating that 100 affordable housing units will be built in each of the 774 local government areas with 25 workers engaged per site. The initiative, backed by the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Development Fund, will also support displaced persons and low-income earners. Dangote disclosed that project sites in Abuja, Kano, and Lagos are nearing completion, and subscriptions are already underway. He urged that the housing will be prioritized national funding, while lawmakers pledge legislative support to ensure sustainability and project delivery. Now, Aliko Dangote has called on President Bola Tinubu to expand Nigeria's first policy by banning the importation of petrol, diesel, and other refined fuel in a bid to protect local refinery and discourage dumping of substandard petroleum products. Speaking at a major industry forum, Dangote argued that foreign imports often subsidized or toxic undercut his refinery's pricing and threatened Nigeria's refinery future, despite his refinery now exporting 1.35 billion liters of petrol in 50 days. However, marketers and analysts have warned that move could create a monopoly and destabilize fuel access. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria and the Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owners Association stressed that the importation ensures competitive pricing and energy diversity. Experts also cautioned that a full import ban could violate trade laws and risk energy insecurity, urging the government instead to liberalize the sector and support more local refineries. The value of Nigeria's real estate has risen sharply to 41.3 trillion naira in 2024, cementing its position as the third largest contributor to the economy after trade and crop production. This lead, confirmed by newly released gross domestic product data from the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS), reflects updated valuation techniques, better data, and the growing demand for housing driven by urbanization. The sector's revised growth highlights its far-reaching impact and from land acquisition to construction and rental services, fueling job creation and wealth across the value chain. Industry players have called on government to channel greater investment into the sector, describing it as a viable engine for sustainable national development. Now, the Central Bank of Nigeria's decision to retain its benchmark interest rate at 27.5% is receiving praise from analysts who say the move will support Naira stability and help sustain inflation downward trend. Inflation slowed to 22.22% in June, aided by stable energy prices and reduced volatility in the foreign exchange market. The Apex Bank maintained its key policy parameters to continue taming inflation and strengthen monetary predictability. Financial experts note that a stable exchange rate combined with rising foreign reserves and a rebound in foreign portfolio investment is boosting investor confidence. With the Naira appreciating and forex inflows rising thanks to the diaspora remittances and policy reforms, analysts project a stronger macroeconomic outlook, improved import costs, and continued capital market momentum in the second half of the year. Now, top economic officials from the United States and China have resumed trade talks in Stockholm, aiming to extend their current tariff truce by 90 days and avert renewed disruptions in global supply chains. The negotiations, which began at the Swedish Prime Minister's office, come ahead of an August 12th deadline that could trigger the return of steep tariffs and deepen economic tensions between the world's two largest economies. China is pushing for reduced tariffs and fewer export restrictions on technology products, while the United States seeks broader commitments, including increased Chinese purchases of American goods. Analysts expect the likely outcome to be a temporary extension, allowing time to plan for a potential meeting between President Donald Trump and President Xi Jinping later this year, a move that could ease global market uncertainty and stabilize cross-border investments. In the world of sport, Super Falcons head coach Justin Madugu has credited mental resilience and strategic adaptability as the driving forces behind Nigeria's stunning comeback win over the host nation in the tournament final. Despite going 2 goals down in the first half, Madugu said the team stuck to their tactical framework and trusted in their psychological preparation, which ultimately turned the tide in their favor. Madugu defended the timing of the substitutions, saying adjustments were deliberately delayed to suit shifting match dynamics. He also stressed the need for greater investments in women's football across Africa, citing better facilities, structured development, and improved coaching education as vital to raising the continent's global competitiveness. Many thanks for watching. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms at Souk News Television. Just Africa comes up after this. I am Olumide Shokoya. Good afternoon.